Welcome friends to this chapter number 2 of business communication today. In this chapter number 2, we are supposed to discuss few sections only. What are the sections we are supposed to discuss? Section 2, communicating collaboratively. Section 5, improving listening skills. Section 6, improving non-verbal communication. And section 7, developing business etiquette. So let's start with this section 2, communicating collaboratively. So let's understand what is this collaborative communication. Collaborating on communicating efforts. When a team collaborates on reports, websites, presentations, and other communication projects, then it's being treated as collaborative communication effort. Collaborative communication effort means what? That a lot of people are working together for the preparation of maybe a report, maybe a website, maybe a presentation, and maybe on any other communication project. This collective energy and expertise of various members can produce results that transcends what each individual could do alone. One person may not be in a position to produce that much which this group will produce. How this collaborative writing may have advantages and impact our output will depend upon certain features. What are the features? What are we supposed to take care? One is selecting collaborators carefully. Those who are going to work on this project, presentation, website, report, etc., should be selected with great caution. You should have experience with others, those who are going to work together, and you should be confident enough about their ability to contribute. A new member, if being allowed to join the team for this collaborative effort, needs a kind of training. So this is really important. Then the second point is agreeing on project goals before start. So we should be very clear about the goals. What are we going to achieve? When are we going to achieve? Who is going to do what? If the goals are not clear, then the project is going to go haywire. Like I have already shared while talking about point number 1, selecting the members of the team. This third point is highlighting that aspect again, taking time to bond before diving. If the team is new, for the first time you have created this team, or few members are new to this team, then give time to gel them. Give time so that they may understand each other, they may understand the working style of each other, and they may learn how can they contribute with each other. Then the fourth point is clarifying responsibility. Who is going to do what? Who will be contributing, maybe, for example, on the part of the content creation, 2 on designing, 3 on grammars, etc. So we need to clarify the individual's responsibility. Similarly, we have to establish clear processes. What is this process? Let's understand. Process means input, processing, and output. Say I am designing that report which has to be produced by this team. So input for me will be the text or the data which others are going to give. My role will be to design, means format this text, present the data, maybe in the form of a table or pictorial form. So who is going to do what and what are the processes? Say, I am saying 3 processes are there. 1, collect information. 2, design the report. 3, complete the report. I'm just saying 3 processes. It depends upon the size of the report or the presentation of the website. How many processes would you like to have in this entire activity? So, establish clear processes is the fifth point we have to be considerate about. We have to be very clear. Then, avoiding composing as a group. What is this composing? Let's understand what is this composing. Composing means putting text in a particular format. You may be typing it, you may be collecting this text from certain other reports or files. So how to put this entire thing in a sequence is composing. Composing should be done by one person. Why? Because you have experienced whenever you are trying to make a document with the help of maybe MS Word or PowerPoint presentation, then the software itself creates a lot of styles, lot of inbuilt coding mechanism is there. So if one person will be composing, then obviously he'll be aware about the methods he or she has used prior to this action, and his or her composing will be convenient because his or her style is similar. If two or more persons will start doing it, then they'll jumble up the entire document or report or presentation of the website. Then, ensuring technical compatibility. Technical compatibility means that whatever software, whatever tool, hardware you are using should be in a position to make the report or the document or the website or the presentation usable by other hardwares and software. So this ensuring technical compatibility will ensure that your output is going to be used by many others. And then somebody is required to check the overall progress of this presentation. Is this collaborative writing? Friends, what kind of technologies we have for this collaborative writing? We have two challenges or two aspects or two opportunities with us. One is content management tools and another is wiki systems. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Wiki systems are free. Even few content management systems are freely available. But with the help of content management systems, you will follow organized approach, process-based, responsibilities, deadlines, who will do what, and so on. And team leader will be in a position to have control. So who will be having access to what part of the report or website or presentation will be managed by the team leader with the help of this content management tool. But in the case of wiki systems, it is flexible approach and anybody can have access to any part of the report, website, etc. So it is open access. So you have to select the technology as per the experience of the team, trustworthiness of the team members with each other, the kind of project, criticality, etc., etc. Then friends, this team or the work group may use few collaboration platforms or may use shared workspace. Again, like wiki is a shared workspace and content management is a kind of collaboration platform. We may also use social networks for this. How social networks may help us for team building, working together, producing results, providing a lot of support to the customers and maybe internal customers, we understand. Then to communicate with each other, we have a lot of social networks. We have already talked about such social networks in chapter 1. I'm not going to repeat that. So we understand how to communicate with the help of such social networks. We can also collaborate. Open source softwares are there. You can upload your files, you can download the files created by others and so on and so forth. And shared sheets are there, shared documents are there. You can also share the knowledge. Whatever you have or a person is having expertise in a particular area, you can share the knowledge with the help of social networks. Even if you don't have understanding of a particular aspect, then You may go to certain social networks to find solution to your questions or queries. Similarly, you may join a community having expertise in a particular area. Wherever you are working together, you may feel like sharing your opinion with others about their work. This is something, friends, known as feedback, workplace feedback. This feedback may be constructive or destructive. What may be termed as constructive feedback or what may be termed as destructive feedback is, say, common understanding. We understand this distinction between the two. If you feel motivated, if you feel like contributing more, then I'll say that this is constructive feedback. If you feel not working on the project, dejected or humiliated, then this is destructive feedback. Let's understand how can we give constructive feedback to fellow members while working together. So the first is, think through your suggested changes carefully. Whatever you want to share with others, don't be very fast or quick to give such kind of suggestions. Think, what are you going to say? How this is going to improve the output and what other person will be able to think about it. 2, discuss improvements rather than flaws. Pinpointing, highlighting the negative aspects of the project or the report or the work done by others is very common. How can you suggest the improvement is really important thing. So, discuss improvements rather than flaws. 3rd, highlight any limitation your feedback may have. I'll say that first of all, even before suggesting the improvement or opening your mouth, share limitations. Tell that you are going to say something, but this is based on your limited perception and your feedback may not be, say, perfect, should be understood in that very sense that your feedback is only feedback and it may be, say, deficient in so many ways. And then finally, sorry, not finally, but 4th point, focus on controllable behavior. Everybody is having few aspects which can be controlled and few aspects which can't be controlled. This you have learned in your group, in your family. You know that your family member, maybe brother or sister, will compromise on a particular aspect or will not compromise on a particular aspect. Who will agree to a particular aspect? A particular aspect is negotiable for that person or not. So if you know that a particular aspect is not negotiable for that person, then it is not controllable behavior. Don't give feedback on that. It's going to create disturbance and differences between you and the person for whom the feedback is meant. Be specific about the feedback. Whatever you want to say, tell that clearly. Keep feedback impersonal. Don't accuse, don't label others, but tell about the improvement area, talk about the improvement area, not about the person. After giving feedback, you need to take feedback also. Means verify understanding. I said this, I meant this, this is the purpose. Are you in a position to communicate the same thing in the same fashion to the other person? So verify, seek feedback from the other person on your feedback. So this is something like verify understanding. And time your feedback carefully. At times, the other person is not in a position to receive feedback. So be careful. Don't open your mouth. Don't give feedback. Time your feedback carefully.